What if a nuclear war could begin, even if no one was alive to start it? During the Cold War, the Soviet Union built a system so terrifying it could launch nuclear missiles automatically. No president, no generals, no second thoughts. This system was called the Dead Hand, and once activated, it was designed to end the world. By the late Cold War, both superpowers believed the unthinkable. They thought the other side could nuke them out of nowhere. Missiles were ready to launch at a moment's notice. There would be no time to verify, only minutes to respond. This fear led to the creation of the most dangerous system ever built. The concept behind it was called mutual assured destruction, or MAD. The logic was simple. If both sides knew that any attack would result in their own total annihilation, neither would dare to strike first. But this delicate balance of terror relied on one critical assumption: that a leader would always be alive to order the counterattack. Soviet military planners started to ask a chilling question. What if a surprise decapitation strike from the United States took out Moscow's leadership before they could respond? What if the Premier, the Politburo, and the entire military high command were gone in a flash of nuclear fire? In that scenario, the Soviet Union's vast nuclear arsenal would be useless, its missiles sitting silent in their silos while the country burned. For the Kremlin, this was an unacceptable strategic vulnerability. They needed a way to guarantee retaliation, even from beyond the grave. Their solution was as ingenious as it was horrifying. They would build an automated system, a failsafe that could independently launch the entire Soviet nuclear arsenal if it detected that the homeland had been attacked and the chain of command was broken. It was a machine designed to avenge a nation's death. This project was given a code name, Perimeter. To the West, it would become known by a much more menacing name, the Dead Hand. The system worked in layers. Deep underground, in hardened bunkers, special communications rockets were kept on standby. These were not weapons themselves, but messengers. If a crisis began, the system would be activated by a top-level order. From that moment, a network of seismic radiation and atmospheric sensors spread across the Soviet Union would begin searching for the telltale signs of nuclear detonations. Unbeknownst to the world, deep within the Soviet Union, a chilling project was underway. It was an automated nuclear command system, a doomsday machine. Given the ominous codename Perimeter, system would awaken. It was programmed to make one final grim calculation. Had the Soviet leadership been decapitated? Had the nation been destroyed? If the answer was yes, the Dead Hand would act independently, without a single human order. It would initiate a full-scale, automated, retaliatory nuclear launch against its enemies. The final war would begin not with a presidential decree or a general's command, but with the cold, impartial logic of a machine deciding that the end had already come. The world would be plunged into nuclear winter, a consequence set in motion by an algorithm. The system's decision-making process was a marvel of terrifying engineering. It didn't rely on a single data point. Instead, it cross-referenced information from a vast array of sensors spread across the immense Soviet territory. Seismic sensors listened for the earth-shattering tremor of a ground-burst nuclear weapon. Radiation detectors sniffed the air for the unmistakable radioactive fallout. Atmospheric pressure gauges looked for the sudden, violent, overpressure wave of a nuclear blast. If enough of these data points aligned, confirming a widespread nuclear attack, the Dead Hands protocol would be triggered. A special command rocket would launch, flying across the country, broadcasting launch orders directly to the intercontinental ballistic missile silos. Deep in the frozen taiga and the remote plains, silo lids would grind open. Missiles, each carrying multiple warheads, would rise on pillars of fire, arcing across the globe. Pre-programmed targets across North America and Western Europe would be vaporized in an instant. The Cold War, that long, tense standoff of ideologies and brinksmanship, would finally be over. And in its place, a silent, radioactive ruin would be all that was left of civilization. The logic was brutal. Even if the entire Soviet leadership was wiped out in a surprise attack, retaliation would still be guaranteed. No enemy could ever hope to achieve a true first strike victory. This was deterrence taken to its absolute, horrifying extreme. It was a form of peace, but a peace maintained only by the promise of total, mutual destruction. For years, the world lived under this shadow, a fragile balance held in place by an automated doomsday device. And that leads us to the most terrifying truth of all. The dead hand system was never actually meant to be used. Its sole purpose was to exist. Its power came from the fear it inspired, a fear so profound, so absolute, that it would hopefully prevent anyone from ever contemplating a nuclear war in the first place. Think about that. The ultimate weapon of war was designed with the hope that it would make war impossible. The paradox is staggering. But as the Cold War drew to a close and tensions eased, the immediate need for such a system seemed to fade. Details about its existence slowly leaked out, transitioning from top-secret reality to a kind of Cold War legend, a ghost in the machine of history. Yet, the chilling legacy remains. For a period of time, the fate of human civilization didn't rest on diplomacy, on wisdom, or on the restraint of leaders. It rested on a network of sensors, computers, and rockets buried deep underground, waiting for a signal to decide when the world should end. The fact that we are here today means the machine never made that decision. But the fact that such a machine existed at all is a sobering reminder of just how close we came to the edge. Consider subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into the events that shaped our world. Thank you for watching.